Hey guys, and welcome to this Hoop Plus Fit video for beginners. I'm Scarlett, and in this video I'm going to lead you through a workout routine for the arms. It's going to include a few tricks, so we will learn the tricks together. This includes the weave and basic hand hooping, and also jump throughs and a bit of a smear. If this all sounds really confusing to you, don't worry, I will go through everything. We do a short sequence of stretching, then I go through all the moves, break it down, and then we do a workout together to music where you can really see how we can transition between all these moves while we work out those arms. Okay, if you like this video and you want to find out more about my online courses, please click on the link below. But otherwise, let's get started.
Hi everyone. So today we're going to start our stretch session with our necks. So we want to tilt our head to the side and then bring it back up to center and then tilt it to the other side. Let's do that again. Tilt it the first side, back up to center and then tilt it to the other side. Now we tilt our head forwards and look to the ground and then up to the sky. Now back to the ground again, and then up to the sky. Excellent. Back to neutral. Now we're going to work on our shoulders. So we rotate our shoulders back, really lifting them up high, squeeze them up to your ears, and then pull them back as they come down. Now we reverse the direction, bringing your shoulders up and forwards. Really feel that warming up the shoulder joint there. Okay, next we do full arm extensions. So we want to lead with our baby finger as we bring our arms back in really large circles. Now forwards. And you want to have strong arms throughout this warm up. So arms back down and then we lift them up. Strong arms. Take your shoulders down as you stretch up. And then bend alternating knees as you really stretch it out. Feel free to freestyle here. Have a little fun with this and really work out the kinks. Okay, next stretch up to the sky. Pull your arms back and shoulders together as you bring your arms down. Next we interlace our fingers together, palms facing inwards. And you want to breathe in this position, feeling the stretch against the back of your shoulders. Come towards you now. And you break free. Well done. Arms out to the side, right arm on top of left, and you give yourself a big hug. Remember that if your arms don't come all the way to your back, that's okay. Just want to feel where's comfortable and where you feel the stretch. This is also absolutely fine. I'm going to go back here and really give myself a nice hug. Arms out to the side, and then now left arm over right. Here we go here. Again, breathe. Breathe deeply into your back. And feel that stretch across your shoulders. Excellent. Now we break free. We want to take our feet hip width apart, and we're going to rotate at our hips. So you want to keep your legs straight here and really feel it in the hip joints. You can get kind of dramatic with this one. Now we reverse our direction. And again, straight legs as you really, really rotate in those hip joints. Excellent. Now bring it back to center. We're going to put our feet together and do a bit of balancing. So we want to put the weight first on our left leg, and the right leg with the toe comes pointing on top. You can keep your arms out for balance or have them on your hips, whatever feels good for you today. So have your toe pointed and then bring it out to the side. You can lift it up. No weight is on that pointed toe, so all the weight is on the back of the leg and then the leg to the back. And again, no weight on that back leg there. Then you want to bring your foot to the center. Weight goes onto the right leg now, and the left leg comes forward. You can lift your leg up here. Really work on leveling your hips in this position. Now, take your foot to the side, and remember you can find balance and stability by engaging your core in this position, and then take your foot to the back. Breathe here. And then feet together. Fantastic. Arms up to the sky, bring them down. We want to bend our knees as we fold forward. Remember, we're stretching out the lower back here, not the legs. So you want to keep your knees bent as you just do what feels good. Maybe shake your head yes, shake your head no. And let the weight of your head and the breath really help you stretch out the muscles here in the back of your back. Okay, so now we want to keep our knees bent as we slowly roll back up. Head and shoulders are the last things that come back up. So today the focus is on hand hooping, so you want to use something light so we don't want any bruises on our hands. This one is 85 centimeters or 33 inches or 16 mil in diameter or 5/8 of an inch. So we want to start it on our hands. You want to have a really strong arm for this and your hand facing the wall, not the floor. So yeah, it's like opposite the wall, and you can start it by pushing with your other hand. Remember, keep your hula hoop hand strong and the hoop inside your hand. You can also bring the hoop up and over and then just open your hand as the hula hoop rolls over it, and that's another way to start it in this hand hooping position. Now, as always, we're going to go both sides, so this time try with your left or your other hand, and this is going to be maybe a bit more difficult, so take your time here to get comfortable. If you need to pause the video, that's fine. You want to get comfortable in both hands. Now, my hoop is in my right hand going right to left, and I'm going to turn 90 degrees, and now the hula hoop is going forward. So if you start with your left hand, then it goes left to right, and the hula hoop then goes forward when you turn 90 degrees. Now in the front, I'm going to put my second hand in, take my first hand out, and turn 90 degrees. So you want to experiment with this 90 degree turns and transitioning between your hands and the hula hoop. And keeping the hula hoop in exactly the same spot. It's your body that turns 90 degrees. So let's play around with exchanging the hands. They can stay together inside the hoop, or try and pull the first hand out just as quickly as the other hand comes in. You might want to practice this, so we're going to go on to the next move. Okay, so we're going to go into this 2-beat weave here. I'll show you from the side. Okay, and now I will break it down. So you want to have your hand inside the hula hoop with your wrist facing up, and you want to bring it back and over and across your body. So if you're in your right hand, you want to bring your right hand to your left hip. Okay, and from here you continue this figure of 8. So when it's over by the left hip, then you bring it up and then back down on the right. Eventually, when you get super good at this move, you want to take it into the wrist. But for today, we're going to use our whole arm to really bring the hula hoop over and work those muscles. So now we're going to bring those two moves together. It's in my right hand, it's going forwards. And from there, we can bring it back and over and into this figure of 8. You can get your feet and your hips involved if that's what you like. But remember, you want to keep the hoop super loose in your hands, no tight grips. Here, it will be much easier on your wrist and your hands. So you bring it back over and around and into this figure of 8, bringing the arm across the body, up and back over. And feel your own rhythm. When we do this to music, you can try and really move the hoop to the beat. Okay, so now with the other hand. So remember, wrist facing up, hand inside the hula hoop, and you bring it back over and across the body. Let's see that. So back, over and across into this figure of 8 movement. Again, you can get your legs and your hips involved if that's what you're feeling today. I really invite you to bring your own expression to these moves. Okay, so now we're going to try a transition from hand hooping into the weave, and then we're going to take it into our bad hand. So or our other hand, sorry. No hand is a bad hand, right? So it's in our first hand, and it's going across, then you bring it back over, and you can let it spin around once if that makes it easier to get into the rhythm. Eventually we want to make a smoother transition, but for right now, when we pass it over, you can let it spin over your hand 1 or 2 times, whatever makes you feel good, so you can really get comfortable with this rhythm. So when you're swapping over, you want to just stick your second hand in with the first hand and then pull your first hand out. So it's pretty similar to the transition that we worked on before, but it's just in a slightly different position where Both hands are on the side. And you want to go through this, practice it a little bit, transitioning between hand hooping, 2-beat weave, and then the second hand. So to transition on from here, we go from our 2-beat weave, and with this, remember, the hoop is, you're bringing your hoop across your body. But next, when we jump through, we want to bring the hoop in front of us and then lift your arm up. So let's practice that again. Remember the same thing, wrist facing up, you bring it in front of you and then lift your arm up. When the hoop is spinning fast, the momentum will bring the hoop across and over your body. And depending on how tight your grip is, it can come in front or on top. So let's experiment about this together. Hold the hoop above your head and kind of loosen your grip, and you'll see that the hula hoop will just fall down in front of you. Or if you tighten your grip, you can keep your arm in full extension until you loosen it again. So now we move into the next move. You want to keep a strong grip as we take it full extension. The hula hoop is flat in front of us. Right arm back, left arm forward. So now we see a nice easy transition into the next move. We just want to check on our hands and positioning. So we want to have our hands on the halfway points of our hula hoop on the inside. Bring it down to the bottom and then you slowly bring it up and down, keeping the hula hoop as flat as possible. Now you're probably looking at me thinking, God, Scarlett, this is a bit boring, isn't it? But when you add a spin to this, it's a really, really elegant move that I like to use when a slow part to the music comes. You know, really slow it down. And also if you're a bit tired, it's a nice relaxing move to get involved. You can also turn. So there's one way where you have one foot on the floor and you pivot. Or you can do a plie if that's your style, or you can keep it super simple and just take tiny steps as you walk around in a circle, slow or fast. It's up to you. Okay, so from here, our hands are in the same position and we are going to imagine that our hula hoop is a coin with a flat surface underneath, and then it dips down at the front and it rolls to the side, always maintaining one point of contact with this imaginary surface. We can keep it slow and small here, keeping our body mostly in the same place. Or you can evolve it, get it bigger, move your whole body into it. You can open your feet out, tap your toe to the side and really feel this move. You can actually even use it to stretch out your muscles. Bring it all the way outside of your body, and like always, we're going to go the opposite way. Now, this is going to feel more challenging, so we can start again small. Start again small with your body not moving so much, and then get it bigger and bigger until you get your whole body into it and really feel it. Engage your core as you're moving through this move. If you're feeling big today, if you're feeling strong and you want to really go for it, then, feel free to take it big. Or if you're feeling a bit more chill, then, just take it small. So play around with it, see what feels good, and play with both directions. So we see the next move and how it transitions from this one. When the hula hoop comes back to this position, so the hoop is rolling around you, it comes back to this position, hands halfway, and you can put your head inside the hula hoop and keep the hula hoop exactly where it is. This one is strong for your core. You can actually put your whole head inside and look at the hula hoop as you turn around. Remember, both ways. And this might get you a little bit dizzy, so yeah, both ways actually helps. But you want to keep your point of focus on the hula hoop, and that will help you maintain this isolation. So one more thing with the hand hooping, I wanted to show you some breaks. So my hula hoop is going from my right hand, right to left, forwards. And so in this direction, my hand wants to come underneath, my left hand comes underneath, stops the hoop and sends it back. Now it's going the opposite direction, so my hand wants to come on top of the hoop to push it back. You can stop the hoop completely and then start it again, or you can work to just give it a little tap. So remember, if the hoop is going forwards, then your break hand comes underneath. And if the hoop is going backwards, then your break hand comes on top. So play around with this. Remember, you can always just hold it and start it again. And only when that feels super comfortable, you can work on the tap. So let's put those moves together. Hand hooping into the 2-beat weave. Then we take it back into our hand, swap over our hands, turn to the side. And then we want to tap it from the top. So now the hoop is going forwards in the bad hand and across your body into the 2-beat weave. When it comes out to the side, bring it in front of you, jump through, hand in front. Well done. So let's practice those breaks in the left hand a bit more. Whoops, happens to all of us. So left hand going forwards, and then the right hand comes underneath to break it, to go backwards. Excellent. And then it's going backwards now, so then the other hand comes on top to break it, and now it's going forwards. So you can stop it, remember, and start it again, or you can tap it, whichever feels comfortable to you today. So in the left hand, going forwards, and we bring it back over into our 2-beat weave. I like to put my other hand away behind my back, it just gets it out of the way. Now you want to swap over to your good hand, and we're going to go back into this 2-beat weave. And with this, why don't you experiment a little bit, slow it down, see how that feels, and speed it up and see how that feels. You know, move your feet to the beat, find your own expression in this move. You can really feel out your own style. Once you've got the basic technique, you can add all your extra flourishes. So you want to bring the hoop to the front, hands on the outside of the hula hoop, push it with one hand, let it swing out, swing back in, and then push with the other hand. You can keep your thumb on the outside of the hula hoop here, and that will add strength to your grip, which is important for this move when you want to keep the hula hoop moving as if it has a flat plane underneath it. So that completes the moves today. Let's get moving to the music. So let's start with the hula hoop in our good hand, and then we're going to put our second hand in and take the first hand out. So we can swap over with a slow transition, then get ready and turn 90 degrees. So we're doing these 90-degree turns and swapping over hands when we're facing the hula hoop. You can either have two hands in the middle or swap over as quickly as the other hand comes in. Now here we're going to stay, get funky, move your hips to the beat and get ready for the 2-beat weave. 3, 2, 1, let's go! So in this move, try and time your movements to the music. We're going to cross over to our other hand and 2-beat weave in this hand now. Again, you can move your feet to the beat, get funky, and we're going to, in your own time, feel the music. Try and time your movements in time with the beat. You can swap over. Get this really comfortable. Now bring it back to your good hand. Bring the hula hoop out to the side and bring it in front of us, and we're going to do these push outs with our hands. So just bring the hula hoop to the side, into the middle, and then out to the side again. Okay, last one. We bring it into the middle, adjust our hands to the inside of the hula hoop and take it into our smear. You can keep it slow and in control for now, and then reverse your direction. Feel the different elements of the music and try to express that as you maybe get bigger in your movements or smaller. You can bring your whole hips into it or keep it super elegant and light. It's up to you. This is your hula hoop workout. For a more intense workout though, you can really stretch your body, bend your knees to the beat, and we'll keep on reversing and going into your good and bad directions here. Okay, we're going to stabilize and then bring the hula hoop up above the head. Really stretch and breathe here. And then we're going to slowly bring it down as we turn around in our circle. Bring it up and down. Remember, you can pivot here or just use small steps and reverse your direction in time with the music changes. Remember to keep strong arms throughout this and really pull in from your core as you're lifting the hula hoop up. Okay, bring it back to center. We can dance around with it a bit, hands on the inside, and then we go into this modified isolation. We want to look to the side, so when my right arm is on top, I look to the left. Now bring it back to your basic hand hooping in your good hand and swap over again. You can dance a little bit in the background and then we turn 90 degrees. Get ready. Next we're going to go into the 2-beat weave. Here you can play around with it, go down in the front and up at the top, make it big and small, really feel your own rhythm to this music. Okay, swap over and we do the same thing, play around with the 2-beat weave, move your feet to the beat. How do you feel today? Feeling funky, feeling chill? Okay, so next we're going to bring it back to the front and we're going to do these smear moves. Again, you can feel this. Reverse your direction. I'm kind of dipping down with the beat. You can do the same, or you can listen to a different point of the music and express that in this movement. Find your own flow. This is a really nice simple move that you can really put your own style into. Okay, we're reversing, keeping our good direction, reverse direction, and now we bring it up to the sky, wind it up, and let's go up and down and bring it into those circles again. Remember, you can keep one point of focus. That will make it easier to balance as you're doing this circle, and reverse it. So now we're going the opposite way. Let's not get too dizzy. You want to reverse it again in the good direction. Okay, bring it up and to the front. So back hand hooping in our good hand, to the side and to the front. We're doing these 90-degree turns with the hand passes in the middle. Now stay here. We want the hoop going forward so you can break if it's going backwards. Get ready for weave, and here we go. Again, you can move your feet to the beat. Get ready. We're going to jump through when it's on the side. 3, 2, 1, and jump through. Bring it over your head and wind it up to bring it up and down in your circle. And we're done. Well done, guys.